Our present national deficit is $16 trillion. Our government has spent $16 trillion more than it has taxed. I say taxed as opposed to earned because government does not earn money, it only spends it, and it can spend only what it takes. 16 trillion is just the tip of the iceberg, though. If you add up all the unfunded liabilities and promises our government currently has made through entitlement programs such as Social Security, Medicare, and Medicaid, as well as retirement benefits for government workers, the number is actually an astronomical $61 trillion. Speaking of astronomical, if I were to take a $1 bill and place it next to another dollar bill and then another, how long of a trail would $61 trillion make? Could I wrap the earth in dollar bills? Of course I could, but that's just chump change. No. If I dropped a constant trail of dollar bills 61 trillion times, I would leave the orbit of the Earth and walk 93 million miles away and reach the Sun. But wait a second, that's just chump change too. I would have enough dollar bills to walk all the way to the edge of our solar system, to the planet Pluto, some 3 billion miles away. I would not be done, of course, for I would have enough dollar bills to turn around and walk all the way back to Earth, leaving dollar bills behind me the whole way. Our national debt and promissory contracts exceeds the environs of our solar system. How long would it take me to drop $61 trillion by leaving them in a trail behind me? Let's say that I could drive a car out of the Earth's atmosphere and all the way to Pluto, while leaving my dollar bills behind me. Now let's say I could go 65 miles per hour, 24 hours a day, 365 and a quarter days per year, without ever stopping or slowing down. Now I know that 65 miles per hour is not very fast. Let's say I was driving a Chevy Volt at maximum speed with a solar tailwind. At 65 miles per hour, it would take me about 5,300 years to get to Pluto. Of course, that's a one-way trip. It would take 10,600 years for a round trip back to Earth. Now let's think for a moment. 5,300 years ago, the first dynasty of Egypt had not even been formed. The Sumerians were just sheep herders. People had not even invented dollar bills. They were just getting around to inventing writing. Good thing, too, as the first thing they did with writing was to create a barter system that could be taxed. Then they poured their script into astrological charts. What a foreshadowing! For just a few thousand years later, their taxes would exceed the planetary system and foretell our doom. So let's recap. If I could leave a trail of $1 bills in a row the size of our national debt and unfunded liabilities, I could reach Pluto and back. Driving a Chevy Volt at 65 miles per hour, it would take me about 10,600 years to do this. This is all silly, of course, as by the time I got to Pluto, the deficit would have ballooned to $70 sextillion, which is about the number of known stars in the universe. And the Chevy Volt, well, it would not have made it past Pittsburgh without a recharge, which produces carbon emissions anyway, which eventually will blow up the Earth. Well, at least that's what they say.